Hey there, collector. In this video, we're going to be talking about everything within our gem NFT ecosystem. Right from the very beginning, right after you have your GALXE and Salad Passport, how to go about minting gems, forging them. We're going to talk about the different types of gems as well, Genesis gems, artifact gems. We also have the Weapon series. All that comes together once more in the Forge for you to get your higher rarity gems and also your various weapons. There are two types of forges. We got the Blacksmith and the Magical Forge. And all the details on how you can gain access to these various campaigns will be detailed out in this video. We will also talk about loot boxes and also the marketplace on how you can find top deals for your rarer gems. And then we're going to be wrapping up with the leaderboard, all right, the gem leaderboard, with the first snapshot happening on the 31st of May at 2359 GMT plus 8. Which will determine that ranking for the top collectors. Once more for snapshot 1 with exciting rewards coming up. Alright, so now that you have gotten once more your GALXE Passport and your Salad Passport, alright, I'm just going to showcase the Salad Passport over here in my inventory and my GALXE Passport, which is right here. Now both require KYC verification. If you don't know how to do that, please watch our KYC video. The link to the video is in the description below, so please watch that video first before you continue. All right, so now as you can see, we got plenty of gems and we're going to be talking about how you can mint your purple gems. All right, so again, this link will also be in the description, galaxy.com/salad-venture/campaigns. all right, this is the user view. And it's very simple because you have 9 here. You can disregard the Forging Frenzy event because that event has long since expired, but everything else is applicable to you. But we'll be talking about the more important campaigns, which is of course first with the materials. All right, this is where you will need everything for your Genesis gem upgrading and forging. All right, so this is down to the minting of the purple gems and getting your forging materials as well. All right, so I would actually recommend that you sign into your Discord and your Twitter first so that you can perform the various tasks when it comes to proof of participation. All right, so as you can see here, we have some purple gems that are available. Let's say I want to go into purple batch 2, all right, purple gem batch 2, and you can complete the various steps in order to mint these purple gems for yourself. All right, so as you can see, we have a couple of tweets, or rather we have one tweet from Arcaden Official with a couple of actions. All right, so for example, if you click like now and your Twitter is already connected, you will get a small pop-up and you are able to just hit the like button. All right, just like that, and you can see the heart has already lit up, meaning that you have already liked this post. Simply hit on verify. It will take a couple of seconds and voila, you will have this particular task checked off in green and with just one more step left to go. So we need to retweet this without the mentioning of friends. Okay, so some tasks will need you to mention like 3 friends. Okay, so you do have to watch out for those. But for a simple retweet, you just need to once more hit this button and then that will be retweeted. You can see that it's retweeted over here. Give that a close and you can once more hit the verify button. It will take you just a couple of seconds and the task will be checked off as green. Ta-da! And now you can see that we have 3 available to claim instead of 2. All right, so let's get ourselves up to 10 so that we can show you how to forge a bronze gem. All right, we're going to be speeding up this process as we go about with these tasks. All right, as you can see, if you like and you retweet and then verify the like, it seems to check both tasks together, which is great. All right, let's see whether we can get that to happen again. And then we do the verify for the like, and if it happens again, it should save you a few seconds of your time. 1 verify for 2 tasks. Yes, it does work. Okay, you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to be claiming 6 of the NFTs here. I'm going to go to a later batch for the purple gems so that the content that I am liking and retweeting is a little bit more relevant. But you can see there, we got Pocket Universe as well to act as a security barrier for your wallet transactions. I highly recommend that you download them. It tells you that you are going to be minting these 6 NFTs. And as you can see, the gas fees will be at 33 cents for the 6, all right? So approximately 5 cents per purple gem, all right? You will find that in the long run, it could be beneficial to buy higher rarity gems from the marketplace, but we'll talk more about that later. For those of you who are going to be more ambitious when it comes to your gem collecting, all right? So let's give this a close. And we want to head out again, so just press the back button to bring you back to the campaign page. Once more, we are in the materials page. Yes. All right, so now that we are here, let's go to Purple Gem Batch. Let's see. Why am I not eligible for 17? Has this not started yet? Maybe. Maybe I haven't gotten a single one yet. So this is the one that I mentioned. You need to tweet quote, and mention 3 friends, all right? So a different pop-up will appear, and we're just going to get our 3 friends here. And you just simply tweet. All right. That's done. Nice. Give that a close. And we want to like as well. Let's see whether this works in the reverse format. All right. After the like comes in. So we did quote now, mention 3 friends, a like, and we're going to verify the like credential. And let's see whether both light up in this case. Oops, maybe not. We'll need to verify the tweet quote separately. There you go. All right, this is up here. Perfect. So we just need 4 more to get the 10 purple gems for the next step in this video. Okay, so if sometimes the prompt doesn't appear, you just need to refresh your browser and it should be okay. All right, and you do notice that the gas is a little bit more expensive when you claim lesser gems. Earlier it was 33 cents for 6. This is 14 cents for 2. All right, so ideally you want to do more tasks and claim as many with one transaction, up to 30, to reduce your gas fees. All right, this is my recommendation. Okay, as you can see, we have claimed the total of 10 purple gems. Now, what is very important is when it comes to forging, if you want to make your 10 purple gems into 1 bronze gem, that's the formula, you will need 1 alchemy potion, which is one of the forging materials, okay? As you can see, I have already claimed 11 out of the 1,000 available. Please try to claim only what you need. You can claim more in advance so that your gas fees will not be so substantial, but do not claim a crazy amount. It's only going to flood your wallet, and if you don't need it, it's just going to be there, all right? Unless you hide it, but you can't hide it on your Galaxy ID, unlike OpenSea. So let's claim here, and you got this happening, and that's going to be 9 cents for a single claim. All right, so again, please make sure to claim as many as possible to reduce those gas fees. Give this a close. And ladies and gentlemen, once you go into your profile page, all right, I'm just gonna, oh, okay, cool. This sort of like refreshed everything. It brought us back to the main campaign page. If I refresh my Galaxy ID, what we're gonna get here, as you can see, are your 10 purple gems, and together with your 1 purple alchemy potion. All right, so all you need to do is to go on over to the materials page once more. All right, and go into the forge. All right, so I'm going to add these moments throughout the video. Some of you may be wondering, why are we minting these gems? Why are we forging? Okay, so in a nutshell, there is a leaderboard. We have a leaderboard at leaderboard.arcaden.com that shows you the current rankings of our top collectors from all around the world with a point system tallied by the gems that they hold in their collection. All right, so this is going to lead up to a very exciting campaign and rewards distribution happening on the 31st of May, 235 GMT plus 8. All right, that is the actual date for the snapshot. So the rankings and the points will all be captured in this snapshot to determine the individual placements for the exciting rewards once more for all of our gem collectors. Okay, we'll touch more on this later. But if we go back to the forging, all right, you will see that there are two types of forges available. All right, you have the Blacksmith Forge and you also have the Magical Forge. All right, so I'm going to duplicate this page and show you the difference between the Blacksmith and also the Magical Forge. All right, so what you need to have access to the Magical Forge is going to be the Arcaden VIP Pass. All right, you can see the Arcaden VIP Pass. It looks something like this. Ta-da! All right, and this Arcaden VIP Pass was previously airdropped to holders of our GALXE Salad Genesis Pass. Okay, so currently now these passes are only available on OpenSea at floor price 0.338. They were minted out about, let's say, 7 months ago, 7 to 8 months ago for 0.25 ETH. All right, so this was primarily for our local members to enjoy free drinks at Salad Tuesdays. That happens, of course, here in Singapore. It's a Web3 networking event that we organize on a regular basis. But to provide more utility for our international collectors, once more, the Arcaden VIP Pass was airdropped to all of our holders, giving them access to the Magical Forge. All right, so now the question on your mind is, what is the difference between the Magical Forge and the Blacksmith Forge? Okay, as you can see, there is a failure rate. There is a failure rate of 15% when you use the Blacksmith Forge, with 80% bronze gem success rate and 5% great success silver gem rate. Okay, so what this means is that your 10 purple gems and 1 alchemy potion is all burned to mint a bronze gem. You have an 80% chance of that happening. However, you have a 15% chance that all 11 NFTs are burned and you mint another purple gem, just 1 purple gem. All right, so that is the formula for a forge failure. Now, there is a great success rate. What this means is that your 10 purple gems and your 1 alchemy potion has a 5% chance to jump a rarity tier to become a silver gem. All right, so for those of you who do not have access to the Magical Forge, there is going to be that risk. All right, but all I can say for now is that our top collectors without the Arcaden VIP Pass will get an opportunity very soon to get their hands on one. All right, so as much as possible, use the Blacksmith Forge for your forging needs and get as many rare gems as possible, or you can even go into the marketplace for those cheap deals. We'll talk more about that later. All right, okay, but for the sake of this video, what we are going to do is to show you what would happen if we use the Blacksmith Forge. Right, so I'm going to take the risk here, even though I have an Arcaden VIP Pass. Best way to know is, again, on your Galaxy ID, what were the recent NFTs here. All right, so I can see that I got a Sapphire Orb here. Any NFT that happens after this is the result of the Forge. All right, so let's say once more into the Blacksmith Forge, you got to click all 11 of your NFTs. All right, just like that. Oh, it seems that we have 1 extra purple gem. Silly me. All right, let's just forge it anyway. And what do you guys think? Are we going to get a bronze? Are we going to get a silver? Or are we going to get a forge failure? Okay, so it's going to cost us 51 cents to forge this. All right, we'll do some comparison later when we look at the bronze gem marketplace. So 51 cents, and not forgetting the additional 60 cents to mint the purple gems, maybe upwards of 70. So you're looking at like $1.20, $1.30 per bronze gem. Can be a little bit steep, especially if you take a look at the marketplace. All right, so this is some special insights for all ambitious collectors. All right, so let's confirm that transaction. Give that a moment, and we're gonna pop into our Galaxy ID and see the results very soon. Okay, folks, let's pick up where we left off from earlier, and that is going to be with the refresh button to see what NFT did we get from our forging attempt. And once all the other NFTs disappear, oh my goodness, there you go. Wow, I didn't think that it would happen to me, but it has occurred on quite a... It's happened for a few times already, but it is very sad to see, and I'm sorry that it has to be a part of this video, but that's the reality. All right, there is a 15% chance for the forging to fail and for you to mint a purple gem instead of a bronze. All right, so that is going to be part and parcel of the experience, and you have to anticipate earning as much points as possible in your collection for the Arcadian VIP Pass, which, as I teased about earlier, is coming to all top collectors as an opportunity in the very, very near future. Okay, so now that we have talked about the forging experience, let's talk about the two types of gems. Okay, for what you can see here, these gems, they are the Genesis gems. All right, and you would be able to best see them when you are in the forging page. All right, I'm hoping this is the forging page, of course. Let's just give that a moment to refresh. And there it is. So you have bronze, silver, gold, and rainbow. All right, so these are your Genesis gems. They are a separate tree of gems. With the purple of the lowest rarity, you go to bronze, silver, gold, and then rainbow. Now, don't forget, there are also artifact gems, which are the Amethyst Tentacle, which is the equivalent to the purple gem, Sapphire Orb, which is the equivalent to the bronze gem, Emerald Cactoid, which is the equivalent to the silver gem, Ruby Rune, the equivalent to a gold gem, and the Obsidian Skull, the equivalent to a rainbow gem, and then you have the Power Rune as well. So, just to highlight, the Ruby Rune and the Salad Power Rune is available for minting only for Club Salad Genesis Pass holders. Alright, so in other words, if you want to get yourself an Obsidian Skull, which is earned by forging 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's right, the Amethyst Tentacle, Sapphire Orb, Emerald Cactoid, and Ruby Rune forged together will give you an Obsidian Skull. Alright, so now while we are on that topic, you can see that 130 already has been minted. You would simply need to forge once again with those 4 NFTs. Alright, you can see that I am able to select the Ruby Rune, the Amethyst Tentacle, the Sapphire Orb, and the Emerald Cactoid, and you are then able to forge. Alright, I won't be forging this during this video. This is just to give you an idea of what the artifact gems are all about. Alright, so if we head back to that page, alright, just to let you guys know that right now the only forging ability for artifact gems is again to get the Obsidian Skull, but in the future the Amethyst Tentacle, the Sapphire Orb, the Emerald Cactoid, and the Ruby Rune, and the Power Rune included, and of course the Obsidian Skull, will be able to forge with weapons to create a whole other series of weapons. Alright, so in the meantime, sit tight with your artifact gems and await the later updates for our weapon series. Alright, especially the Power Rune, because there is going to be a very special limited edition weapon that you can mint, or rather forge, with this particular NFT. Okay, so now that we have talked about Genesis gems, artifact gems, let's talk about the weapon series very, very quickly. Alright, so what you need to do is head on back out, and then you will need to jump into the main page, which is here, and you will need to go into your weapon series. Alright, so what I'm going to showcase is the forging of the Bronze Greatsword, alright, and perhaps even the Magical Daggers, or rather the Bronze Dual Daggers as well. Alright, so now the difference, as mentioned before, is that, okay, let's see, if we were to duplicate this page, give the Magical Forge a close, and if we were to open up Blacksmith Forge and together with Magical Forge, you will be able to see the difference. Alright, now the good news, especially for people who have horrible luck like me, there is no failure rate in the Blacksmith Forge for the Bronze Great Sword. Alright, you can see that it is 100% chance to become a Bronze Great Sword. However, for the Magical Forge, what you are getting is in fact a 10%, a whopping 10% great success chance to become a Silver Sword. So this will skip a rarity tier and jump straight into a Silver Sword, which is great because if you were to actually look at the requirements for a, let's say, Blacksmith Silver Great Sword, you will actually need 5 silver gems and 1 Bronze Great Sword. So when you jump tier, it is the equivalent of getting 5 silver gems for free and avoiding the 33% failure rate on the Blacksmith Forge. Alright, so it can be a little bit tough to get all of your forgings done, but this is the name of the game, and you're gonna have plenty of luck and plenty of perseverance to grind your way up to the point that you can gain access to the Magical Forge. Alright, so again, for the sake of this video, I am going to try my luck with the Magical Forge. Alright, but there is something that we are missing. Alright, when it comes to this, we are missing a bronze goat horn. You see, no bronze goat horns in sight. I only have bronze gems. So some of you may be wondering, how do we get our hands on the forging materials? Alright, once again, you go to your materials page. I have that saved as a bookmark. I would highly recommend that you do so as well. So for all the different campaign pages, you might want to save them as bookmarks and name them accordingly so that you can click those links very easily. Alright, you don't have to keep going back to the main home page to gain access to the specific NFTs that you want. Alright, so now that we are here, let's go and pick up the bronze goat horn. Alright, now we are going to, let's say, get 3, because I want to show you how to craft the bronze great sword, the bronze dual dagger, and also a silver gem. Yes. Now, not to be confused, alright, because you can see for weapons, you will actually need that same rarity tier to become that weapon. So bronze sword, bronze daggers needs bronze gems. But for silver gem, that's the Genesis series once more, you need 10 bronze gems and 1 bronze goat horn. Alright, so it's going to cost us about 6 cents per horn. Definitely better to mint those here on the Galaxy page rather than buying them from the secondary markets. We'll talk about that again in a little bit. Some people do list the forging materials, and you do not need to buy them from the secondary websites, alright? Secondary marketplaces, rather. Okay, I'm assuming that's done. Let's take a look at the Galaxy ID just to confirm. Let's hit the refresh page for the materials as well so that everything is cleared. And ta-da, you have your 3 bronze goat horns. The purple gem sitting here is just a reminder of my forging failure. 15%. It happens, stay strong. Okay, now, step number 1, we're going to use the Magical Forge because I want to get my hands on the 10% chance for it to become a silver great sword. If we can hit a 15% chance for the failure, I'm pretty sure we can do that as well with the great success. Okay, so sometimes this happens, guys. You need to give Galaxy some time to load your new NFTs and then come back by refreshing the campaign page so that you can use your bronze goat horns. We will be back in about a few seconds. Okay, so the NFTs should have loaded by now. There you go. Just simply click on 1 bronze goat horn and 10 bronze gems, and this will give you a bronze great sword. Now, if you are lucky, 10% chance once more for it to become a silver great sword, worth a lot more points than a bronze great sword. Again, it is the equivalent of getting 5 silver gems for free when you have that great success. Okay, so now that the transaction has been submitted, we just need to sit tight and again wait for the result to appear in our Galaxy ID. Are we ready for another refresh? Let's find out. 1 bronze goat horn and 10 bronze gems will disappear to give us a bronze great sword. That is a shame. We didn't hit the 10%, guys. But who knows? We might be lucky for the bronze dual daggers. All right, let's go ahead and try our luck. So again, back to the weapons page. Now the weapons will give you a lot more points on the leaderboard. We do not have the exact breakdown, and that is for you, dear collector, to discuss with the rest of the community to figure out which combinations work best to maximize your points on the leaderboard. Now again, we have the same situation. Regardless of the Blacksmith or Magical Forge, there is no failure rate, but for the Magical Forge with your Arcaden VIP pass, you are able to have that 10% great success chance. All right, when it comes to the Blacksmith Forge, that chance is 0%. There is no chance for a great success. Okay, so let's begin with the forging. We need to have one more goat horn and 10 more of these bronze gem NFTs. All right, let's collect them. We hit the forge button. A little prompt from Pocket Universe is going to appear to confirm that we are in fact going to be burning these NFTs. Hit the confirm button. That is another 51 cents on gas spent. And then all we will need to do is to hit back to our Galaxy ID page, wait for the bronze goat horn to disappear along with 10 other bronze gems, and a new weapon will appear. A dual daggers rather. And will it be bronze or silver? Let's find out. Okay, so while we wait, let's talk about the leaderboard once again. All gem collectors are in fact competing on said leaderboard for a snapshot that is happening on the 31st of May 2359 GMT +8 to determine rankings and reward distribution for this upcoming campaign. Once more, all based on the snapshot on 31st of May 2359 GMT +8. Now you just need to log on to play.arcana.com. You can even go to leaderboard.arcana.com, and if you are already logged in, you will be able to see the leaderboard immediately. But if you are not, just simply log in or create an account with an email, preferably the one that you use for your Galaxy ID as well. And once you are in, you just simply need to go over to this tab and click on leaderboard, and it is going to appear right in front of your very eyes. Okay, so there is no seasons. All right, there is only ever going to be one all-time leaderboard. And how we determine rewards, not just for the upcoming campaign but for future campaigns as well, will be based on snapshots. All right, so now if you want to find out what is your specific ranking, you obviously just need to copy your wallet address, go on over to this search collector tab, and now you can see that I am happily in rank 34. That's right, just like that. We got the bronze dual dagger here. It's not showing the bronze great sword because that was just minted. So it does take some time for the leaderboard to be updated, so you just need to check back on a daily basis to see your scores improve. But for right now, this wallet that we have is sitting pretty at rank number 34, and it is the top 100 collectors that will stand to gain the most out of this campaign. All right, the full ranking details have not been released just yet, so stay tuned for further announcements. But if you are in the top 100, you are doing yourself a good favor. So you can see that it is not too difficult at this time to get yourself up to a respectable position. Okay, so again, we will highlight more on the leaderboard later as well throughout the entire course of this tutorial, but I think I am ready for a refresh to see what did we get. Will it be a second dual dagger? Oh yes, it's a second bronze dual daggers. Unfortunately, it joins the one that we already have here, which means that we were unable to pick up the 10% great success chance. You know, sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. All right, that's the reality of it. Okay, for the forging madness, we just have one more thing to talk about. Let's go to materials and let's go and craft a silver gem. All right, with the last bronze goat horn that we have, and I think we do have enough bronze gems to go into this forge campaign as well. All right, so let's get ready to see what happens. And again, for the sake of the video, I am not going to use the Magical Forge. I am going to pit myself against the failure rate. 25% failure rate. Ouch! That's the name of the game. 70% chance to get a silver gem and 5% chance for great success to get a gold gem. And that's going to be absolutely huge if that happens. All right, so wish me luck, fam. We got 10 bronze gems coming in. 1 bronze goat horn. Simply hit on the forge button and then we will be good to go. All right, so continue. Pocket Universe coming in once more, very handy. 51 cents of gas. Very, very similar to the other 3 forges that we did earlier. And I think now would be a good opportunity as well for me to talk to you about forging materials for the rest of the rare gems, okay, for the rest of the Genesis gems. All right, so for the Obsidian Skull, the one that we mentioned, no forging material is required. Amethyst, Tentacle, Sapphire Orb, Emerald, Cactoid, and Ruby Rune to form a skull. Hang on to any extra pieces that you have because they can be used for weapon upgrades in the future. Additional weapons to be forged with artifact gems. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So hang on to those. Purple Alchemy Potion is for your purple gems to become bronze gems. Bronze Goat Horn is for your bronze gems to become silver gems and for your bronze gems to become bronze weapons. And there is a silver owl feather. Okay, this is going to be for you to put together your gold gems. Okay, you need this for your gold gems. Okay, now you don't need forging materials for the higher tier weapons because for the silver great sword, all right, and I think I might as well just show this to you guys. And again, it's all there in the descriptions, all right? So please take some time to read through those so that you are very, very clear on what you need to forge. You can see that for Blacksmith Forge Silver Great Sword, you only need 5 silver gems and 1 bronze great sword. So no forging material is required for weapons, okay? But if you want to forge a gold gem, you will need 10 silver gems and 1 of these guys, all right? The Silver Owl Feather. About 82,000 of these have already been minted. Although I dare say a lot of them have been minted from collectors who just want to mint and list on the marketplace. Again, not necessarily just mint what you need, okay? And so on and so forth, all right? If you want to mint, if you want to forge a gold gem, you will need your, or rather, if you want to forge your rainbow gem, you will need 10 gold gems and 1 gold cosmic star, all right? We can actually click on we go to the silver blacksmith forge, we go to the gold blacksmith forge as well. And once it goes up the higher rarities, you might not want to risk it, okay? You really might not want to risk your assets, so I would highly recommend picking up one of these Arcana VIP Pass. This is not financial advice, please do your own research. And again, this will give you the 100% success rate with your additional great success rates as well, okay? So please do all that with your own research. Silver gems, or rather for the gold gem, you need 10 silver gems and 1 silver owl feather, the one that we discussed earlier. There's a 35% failure rate, very big number there to play around with. 5% chance to become a rainbow gem and 60% chance to become a gold gem, right? So this is very, very tricky in the blacksmith forge. Silver gems, or rather to get, yes, your silver gems, 10 bronze gems, 1 bronze goat horn, and you have a 70% chance, so slightly higher than the gold gem blacksmith forge, but with a pretty significant failure rate as well, okay? So good luck on your forging. So now again, if we want to forge a silver gem, just click start forging, and we just need to get the other bronze goat horn. Oh wait, have we done that already? That's my bad. Perhaps it was already done. Let's hit the refresh. Talking too much. Okay. No great success chance, unfortunately, but thankfully, by using the blacksmith forge, we did not get the failure rate, which is pretty high, right? 25%. We managed to get the 70%, which is great, and we have an additional silver gem in our pocket, okay? So besides the forging, there are also ways to go about building your collection without running the risk of forge failure, and that is to pick up and snipe some good deals on the secondary marketplaces. And we're going to be talking about OpenSea and OKX. Let's start with OpenSea first. Okay, now on the topic of secondary marketplaces, when it comes to picking up gems at a good bargain, you are able to sort of calculate what works better for you when it comes to purchasing gems before forging, or getting those specific rarities without forging could be cheaper than the gas fees required, and it could also save you a lot of time as well. So let's just take a look at one of the gems in particular, and I'm going to go for the silver gem. Okay, so the filters that you need to have is rare, because you have common for purple, uncommon for bronze, and rare for silver, and so on and so forth. All right, so most of the filters are accurate, okay, but some are a little bit wonky, so I will highlight those in those videos as well, so just so that you have a better understanding when it comes to finding your gems. Okay, so as you can see, that right now, if I were to add this into the cart, all right, it is going to cost me just $1.50 to get a silver gem. All right, so this is a fantastic bargain at this time, because if you recall, it takes about, let's say, $1-ish to get a bronze gem. That's right, it takes $1-ish to mint and forge a bronze gem. And you need 10 bronze gems and a bronze goat horn to get a silver. All right, so if you do the math, right off the bat, silver is an amazing bargain here on the secondary marketplace. Now, some of you might be wondering, why is the price at this level? And it's due to the fact that we have loot boxes. All right, so loot boxes is something that we'll talk about later on in this video. But now, as the leaderboard starts to pick up pace prior to the 31st of May, some of these are going to be very, very good bargains, okay? So let's just take into consideration that it is $1.50 to buy 10, and after you pay for gas, let's run it up to $20, okay? Let's take a look and see, if we were to search for super rare, which is gold, how much is the cost of a gold gem? All right, let's take a look in the cart. And that is going to be, once more, just with the gold gem. There you go. $17. Okay, $17. And this is by far the cheapest one that we have here. And it is currently at the floor. All right, so I gotta say that this one is probably just as good of a deal as the silver gems, okay? Because again, $150 per silver gem. After you forge, you got to pay for gas fees. It's going to be upwards of $17, $18. Here, you can already buy a gold gem at $17. All right, so these two are great bargains. But that's it. These are the only two on the floor at the moment. All right, so absolute steals, especially once the competition starts to pick up pace and all these gems start to be bought. Then the value of all this is going to be going up. All right, again, all this is not financial advice, so please do your own research. But if you just calculate based on the mathematics of how much it costs to forge and mint with gas fees, some of these deals on the secondary markets can be very, very good for your collection. Okay, so let's say, for example, all right, I want to go into my rare gem. All right, you get your silver. If you want to go into your artifact, the rare is going to show you a sapphire ore. Okay, so a little bit tricky here because it sort of skips the uncommon filter. Okay, we do apologize. Okay, so common, you have the amethyst tentacle. There's nothing in uncommon. When you go to rare, you have the sapphire orb. When you go into super rare, you get the emerald cactoid. And when you go into legendary, you get yourself the black obsidian skull or the obsidian skull. All right, do note there is a small naming error on this particular NFT. It's going to be sorted out before the snapshot on the 31st of May. All right, but for now, do note that this by right is supposed to be the highest rank, so legendary should be under ultra rare, because ultra rare is in fact the ruby rune, all right, which is the equivalent to the gold gem. All right, let's just give that a moment to load. Super rare is the emerald cactoid. Ultra rare is the ruby rune. Ta-da! There it is. Okay. Currently now floor at 0.155 and 0.198 for this is about $60 US. All right. So these hold a pretty good price as well. Again, they are so limited because you can only mint a ruby rune, one ruby rune, if you are a Club Salad Genesis pass holder. All right. So it's a very, very special artifact gem to get your hands on. Okay. Currently none listed at crazy prices. Still pretty okay. Pretty cheap, but there are only 4 on the marketplace at this time on OpenSea. And for the power rune, the cheapest one at 0.3, look at these sales. My goodness, 0.08, 0.08, 0.1, absolute bargains for the power rune. Very rare, only available with the Club Salad Genesis Pass once more. And you will be able to use these with the additional weapon forging features in the upcoming campaigns. Okay. So now that we've talked about how to filter on OpenSea, all right, let me spend a moment here on OKX, all right? It's very, very similar. You go to properties and you go to type All right, it's almost identical to what you have on OpenSea, right? So here you click artifact, you go to rarity, and you search for, let's say, ultra rare. It's going to show you the ruby runes. All right, and you can see that this is in fact an aggregator as well, right? It's an aggregator as well for OpenSea. So currently none are listed on OKX. Okay, let's try something else. Let's go for gem, and let's not go for ultra rare. Let's go for super. No, we'll go for rare. All right, we'll take a look at the silver pricings. Okay, there you go, 0.0065. Okay, some of them are not appearing. All right, because if you were to look for the silver gems here, rare, and let's say remove the artifact. Yes, you see, we have plenty at 0.0049, 0.005. Great bargains, if you ask me. Great bargains. And you do not see all of that here. It's starting at 0.0065. Okay, so we see less people using OKX at this time. It can give you other listings on other marketplaces as well. You can choose either or. I think they are both great marketplaces, and it's a good way to get those really good deals to add to your existing collection. All right, so let's just say, for the sake of the video, we wanna get 10 of the silver gems, and just to see what the price is. Okay, so we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, these are the absolute cheapest on the floor at this time. We go here into the cart, complete purchase, Pocket Universe will appear, continue, and then you will be able to see the signature requests for us to use OpenSea. This is for us to calculate the total cost once more. It's going to deduct this amount of $17. Again, the same price for the cheapest gold gem there is on the marketplace at this time. All right, so you hit that continue button. Let's see what happens. Well, it's going to be upwards of that. So the gold gem is in fact a better deal, right? The one that we saw on the floor earlier. Even these silver gems, as cheap as they are, right, it's still going to cost you around $19. Now, this is the maximum amount in terms of gas, but I want to try my luck to get the rainbow gem just for the sake of this video as well, and for you guys to know what I'm talking about when it comes to forging, and of course using these great deals on the marketplace. All right, so let's hit that confirm button. We're gonna pick up 10 of these silver gems. In hindsight, I didn't need to buy 10. I think I have 1 silver gem sitting inside there, but don't worry. I just want to get the total value, and you can see that it is at 1866. All right, 1866. Now, again, the smarter thing to do without the Arcana VIP pass would be to just get the gold gem, because that's a great bargain on its own. Just $17, it will skyrocket your collection value. But for those of you with the Arcana VIP pass, you may want to try your luck at getting the rainbow gem. Okay, so now that we picked up this great bargain, let's go back into our Galaxy ID. Okay, so here's the thing. Some of you might get confused, right? Because earlier on in the tutorial, whenever you get new NFTs, they appear at the front of your collection. Now, this is not the case when you are in the marketplace, because some of these gems might be older and have lower NFT number IDs. Okay, so they might be scattered across your collection. You can see now that the silver gems have sort of appeared around my inventory. All right, but I do believe that all 10 have already safely arrived, and all we need to do now to get the gold gem is to once more get the forging material. That's right, the silver owl feather. Okay, so let's go and grab that by going into the materials page once more. Again, always helpful to have your bookmarks. That's going to save you a lot of time jumping in from page to page. And then we're going to mint one of those for ourselves. Yes. Okay, a little bit further down. Let's go and get 2 just in case. All right. Hit that continue button. Again, you don't need silver owl feathers for weapon forging, only for Genesis gem forging. Okay. And we're going to give that a moment to appear in our inventory, because since these are new minted NFTs, they will appear at the front. They have not arrived, so we'll take a moment before we go ahead and forge a gold gem in the Magical Forge with a 5% chance of great success to become a rainbow gem. Will we succeed? Okay, I've just smacked that refresh button, and now we got the 2 silver owl feathers that are awaiting us as we get ready to go crazy in the gold gem Magical Forge. Alright, so once more, just for the sake of extending your knowledge when it comes to forging gems of higher rarities, again, the gold gem here is forgeable with your silver owl feather and 10 of the silver gem NFTs that we have just managed to acquire from the marketplace. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get the older ones. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the older ones. The ones that are at the bottom are the older ones, and this should bring us to a total of 11, and that leaves us with 2 more silver gems. All right, so let's go ahead and forge this. A little bit more gas coming in, so your total cost for the gold gem for this forging is going to be $19, which is a crazy deal on its own. But there is a 5% chance for it to become a rainbow gem, and in my opinion, if you have the Arcaden VIP pass and access to the Magical Forge, it is definitely worth the gamble. All right, but then again, you're not going to find too many of these crazy deals. Okay, let's clear this. You go to rarity, that is super rare. Again, you have to search for type. If not, you're going to get the forging materials, which can be a bit of a pain, but they're there. And this is the one that is sitting pretty at the bottom right now. What a bargain that is. All right, $17. Absolute bargain. Tempted to get it myself. We're going to let a lucky collector snap it up. Perhaps you will after seeing this video. All right, we can clear this as well. See what's the... Oh, you see this little icon here? This is the other secondary marketplace. I think it's Element. And then you can search again for your type, your rarity being super rare. You apply, and it's going to give you the listings for the gold gem. Yep. You can see. Perhaps the marketplace is not updated yet. All right, because the cheapest one on OKX is 0.0944. There is an OKX listing as well here. You can see that by the icon in the top left-hand corner, that's 0.1. But if you look at the OpenSea listings, there are 2 more listings here that are going for an absolute steal. That's right, an absolute steal here. Okay, so I think the forging should have been concluded when we refresh. We say goodbye to 10 silver gems and 1 silver owl feather to see a gold gem. That's a guarantee with the Magical Forge. But could we get a rainbow gem? Let's find out. Oh, not today. No 5% chance. But that is a gold gem sitting pretty in our account at this time. Okay, so with that, again, for those of you who are thinking about the minting, the forging, there are other ways to get your gem NFTs, and we briefly mentioned loot boxes earlier. All right, so how to get your hands on a loot box. All right, let me just help you with that. Just go on over to the materials page once more. Always helpful to have that as your bookmark, and then what you want to do is to go on over to the loot boxes. Okay, you can choose the Genesis loot box, artifact loot box, or the partnership loot box. Okay, another great incentive to have the Club Salad Genesis pass is that you will be able to claim a significant amount of loot boxes, all right, without having to complete any actions. You can see here that I managed to claim 78. Most of them were bronze gems, mind you, but you have a chance to get a silver, gold, and even rainbow. Some of our collectors have picked up those as well. Extremely lucky collectors. And all you need to do is to fulfill the actions within in order to gain access. Okay, a lot of these were for our AMAs. All right, and there is also Twitter follow as well. I haven't followed Samurai Sushi Sam, for example. So just go on over here, hit that follow button. You are now officially following. Give that a close, verify, and that's going to be another loot box, just like that. That's right, another loot box for you to grab yourself any of these random NFTs that are inside. All right, so no purple gems, which is why, again, there can be a significant amount of these rare gems on the marketplace, because we got many friends who are opening up their loot boxes and selling them for dirt cheap prices without knowing the rewards that await them at the finishing line of that snapshot happening on the 31st of May. All right, I cannot follow myself, unfortunately, so that is something I won't be able to fulfill. These were for some of the other game campaigns that we ran, and I don't think there is anything else for me to fulfill on this Genesis Gem loot box page. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and claim those two, and right after the gold gem that we have just forged, we will be able to see what are the two NFTs that we have managed to mint. Who knows, will we get a silver, gold, or maybe even a rainbow? The odds are very, very, very slim to get those rare gems, but it is a possibility. Again, my luck has not been fantastic when it comes to opening up loot boxes, but you never know. Maybe now this is my moment to shine in front of the camera. Let me just go and show you the partnership loot box as well, before briefly looking into the Genesis loot box as well. Okay, so the artifact loot box, rather, that's for the 5 NFTs as mentioned earlier. No salad power rune, which is why the salad power rune is very limited and exclusive, but you can even pick up a ruby rune as well, which is why some folks were lucky to get it and list it on the marketplace as well. You can even jump ahead of the curve by not having to forge the obsidian skull, by getting it from the artifact loot box. Is there any task that we can do? No, we have fulfilled all. It is very limited right now because we haven't released the weapon series that will use the artifacts. When that happens, more loot boxes will definitely be available. But let's take a look and see how you can get your hands on a partnership Genesis loot box. All right, so now this is happening with the World of Arcaden partnership program, and we have all these projects who are looking to increase awareness and to gain more users, and we help them with that by offering these loot boxes in the form of participation and engagement. All right, you join the Discords, join the Telegram, follow them on Twitter, and all these partners will then, of course, reward you with their individual campaign loot box. Okay, so for example, Glory Games, let's give them a follow. All right, that's done. Hit that a close, hit that a verify, and you want to make sure that your Discord is connected as well. All right, so what I want to do is open up my Discord so that I can actually scan the QR code. All right, it's going to open up here, expand that. Now, for those of you who want to, again, join this very, very simply, just click already have an account. Go on over to your main profile page. All right, select scan QR code, and then just scan the QR code, and that will lock you in. All right, there's a prompt to ask you to log in. Just log in, and you can start talking already, just like that. You can back out of the app from your mobile device, place it back down, and then you are officially in. Okay, you can close this because this is for the browser. You will see now that Glory Games has appeared here. I'm just going to pull this down a little bit further here. Very nice. Minimize this and verify that we have joined the Discord. All right, just like that. And you get to meet more partners and more opportunities this way as well by exploring the many loot boxes that we have up for grabs. There's also a Telegram to join. So if your Telegram is already open, that's also fantastic. You just simply need to open Telegram in desktop, hit the join group button. All right, I am going to show it to you here very briefly. Join group, and you are inside. All right, just like that. Very simple. Okay, open this up, close this. You are in the group, verify, and you have another Genesis Gem loot box, just like that. So of course, if you only have one to claim, right, the button is just set as claim. It's going to give you one more NFT. Pocket Universe again, confirming the transaction, making sure everything is absolutely safe. Just 9 cents to mint. All right, so now you get to understand like why some of these silver gems get sold so cheap, because even at $1.70, $1.80, $2, it's still a profit from the 9 cents that they spent on gas. But that's not thinking about the big picture, because again, the leaderboard is what you are gunning for. The top 100 collectors will get to reap exciting rewards after the snapshot on the 31st of May. All right, you can see that we got a collector here who is absolutely pulling away with 42,000 points. worth of gems. I don't expect anyone to beat this collector when Snapshot 1 comes around, but who knows, you could prove me wrong by collecting today. All right, so we're going to give this a moment. And we have the silver gem, silver owl feather, and the gold gem that we forged earlier. A little bit of a refreshing bug. Let's refresh and see what are the 3 Genesis gems that we have opened up from our loot box. Coming in with the refresh right now. And then we're going to see the 3 new NFTs that will unfold before our very eyes. Can we not get something else other than bronze gems? But well, that's been the story of our life with this wallet and our main account, alright? So I'm not gonna complain. People have come together with gold and rainbow, which is just absolutely insane, alright? But you need to know a lot to get those, okay? So with that, folks, we have pretty much covered everything when it comes to the gem ecosystem, all the way down to your Genesis artifact gems, weapon series, forging materials, special limited edition NFTs, mintable with your Club Salad Access Pass, Arcaden VIP Pass granting you access to the Magical Forge. We covered the marketplaces as well as how to best snipe the really good value gems to increase your leaderboard collection score. All right, once more, all available here at the Arcaden website. You want to go to leaderboard.arcaden.com. If you are not logged in, it will prompt you to go to play.arcaden.com, and once you create an account, you just need to click on this leaderboard tab and it's going to open up for you like so. All right, and then all you will need to do is ignore this tab entirely because there is only one leaderboard, and that is the all-time leaderboard. So when you click on it, it's just going to show you the same result. But the most important thing is that you can search for your rank, and I gotta say that this updates very frequently. All right, you can see that the gold gem was something that we picked up very recently. We got 2 silver gems here in the inventory. 1 more bronze dual dagger has been added, and right now we have moved all the way up to 31 with just a few of these added into our collection. All right, so I think a substantial 200 points from the last snapshot taken, and again, all this happening towards the exciting rewards that we have for our top collectors after that snapshot is taken once again on the 31st of May at 11:59 p.m. So with that, folks, I hope you have gained all the understanding you need for our gem NFT series, and don't forget, this is only just the beginning. We are building more weapons, more NFTs, more storylines, more to collect, more rewards on this path towards X to earn right here with Salad Ventures. Thank you.